He's the myth, he's the legend, he's the scientist with all the answers and all the questions. It's time for another episode of Alex's Science Corner.
Thank you.
The Chihuahuas have returned, Alex.
Yes.
The Chihuahuas have returned.
Well, that was it for the...
We're trying to cut the intro. All right, well.
Okay, fine.
And we did not succeed. Okay, Alex, what's going on in the wide world of science?
Yeah, just tack that onto an extra 2 minutes on the audio track for the
We'll
for
talk
the
about
YouTube.
this off air, Bob.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's great planning, too, that we let Bobby
I know, you missed the memo. I guess I should have told you.
I did miss the memo.
All right.
I'm
All
sorry.
right, so first up is an extraterrestrial visitor, or even extrasolar visitor, I should say. About 2 weeks ago or so, an observatory in Hawaii discovered that we had an asteroid or a comet that came from outside of our solar system, passed through our solar system, come real close to the sun, and head on out back into deep space.
Wow.
The unfortunate part about that discovery was they started to discover it just after it went around the sun. And so it was already on its way out. And when they're backtracking its trail and trying to figure out where it's been going, that's when they figured out that it's not one of our comets that's from our solar system, but it came from outside. This is
And
the
why
first,
is that important?
Well, this is the first time we've ever seen any rock come from outside of our solar system into our solar system. All the other rocks we've seen, like asteroids and comets, are from our solar system or are caught by our sun's gravity.
Okay.
This is the first one we've seen that came from outside of that.
And they're sure it's a rock and not some sort of spaceship that was checking out ourselves.
Yes, they're sure it's a rock.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you for thinking of Darnell.
Yes, I was thinking the spirit of Darnell lives.
Well, I've got to. Never mind. I'll tell you later.
Now, one of the things that's happened since the first announcement about 2 weeks ago is the Minor Planet organization, which has the duty of naming objects in space. The official name was originally 1A27UI. I know, rolls off the tongue.
A27UI.
Yes, that's just a designation that they use, and A was supposed to mean asteroid.
Okay.
Well, since this asteroid came in from outside the solar system, they came up with a new designation. It's now 1I27UI. That's not the big thing. They've actually now given it an official name. It's now called, I'm not going to be able to say this right, Aumumawa. It's Hawaiian for very first scout.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And so they named this asteroid Very First Scout in Hawaiian because the observatory that saw it was the Hawaiian observatories. And the downside to this is it's going to be gone. We're never seeing it again.
Oh, okay. I wonder if J and K have picked up on it.
Who?
Men in Black.
Oh.
J and K.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So.
All right. You didn't get that.
No, I got the reference.
You got the right in.
Yeah. So next up is they've discovered another exoplanet, which is a planet orbiting a star that is only 11 light years away. And so far, from the numbers they've got, it looks like it's the closest match to an Earth-like planet they've found so far. It's about the right size. It's within the habitable zone of the star that it's orbiting, which is the closest match we've found so far. The downside is within the description of Earth-like planets, Venus is an Earth-like planet. So it could have anything between Venus atmosphere to no atmosphere to might actually have liquid water. They don't know that part yet, but the planet is found. It's orbiting. I'm losing my place here. It's orbiting a star called Ross 128b, and the B is to say that it's the first planet that was found around the star Ross.
Okay.
And it was found by the High Accuracy Radial Velocity Planet Searcher, which is an instrument in the Atacama Desert in Chile. It's from
really?
the European Southern Observatory in Chile.
Okay. So the Europeans have, is it like a conglomerate of countries that run this?
Yeah, it's
European
a conglomerate of universities usually.
Okay.
And what they've done is different organizations like European Space Agency and several universities get together and they pool their resources and they built this observatory in Chile.
Why Chile?
Because Chile has a lot of dry air and they've got really high mountains.
Okay.
And so they can build this in flat plain area in the high parts of Chile where it's really, really dry. So you don't have any water vapor, as much water vapor that you have to look through.
No snow.
Not the snow so much as it's dry, so you don't have to look through a lot of humidity.
In the atmosphere.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the higher you are, the less air you have to look through, and the drier it is, the less water
What
you have to look through.
Okay.
And so that makes it easier to try and spot different objects and look at the larger spectrum that you can look through.
Yeah, interesting.
So
Okay.
that's it for now.
All right. Well, if our audience out there has any questions about these stories or anything else science related, Alex will take your phone calls.
Including Men in Black.
Right now.
Bobby will answer the Men in
You're
Black
late and
questions.
sassy.
I know. I'm sorry.
The number here is 203
837
99.
24.